Hello everyone, Sony here from Upgrade Your OET by Bose Learning. Welcome to another one of our OET lessons, and this time we're going to be focusing on grammar and in particular gerunds, and do a little bit of reading practice as well. You may be wondering why we've got a nice picture of a garden here. Well, that's because we're going to be doing a little bit of reading connected to hobbies and physical activity, and then of course we're going to be looking at gerunds. This article is taken from helio.com. I've put the URL below and I'll also put it into the information box if you want to go ahead and read the whole of it, which I recommend that you do. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sona and I'm a premium preparation provider of the OET with Bose Learning. Welcome to these sessions, it's really nice to see you here. Well then, so one of my regular YouTube students, Mayan, got in touch again and asked me for some help with gerunds. And how do we use verbs which are actually nouns? What is that all about? Well, these are actually called gerunds, to give it their technical name. And today we're going to have a quick look through a medical text. We'll do some reading practice, and then we'll focus on these verbs that can be used as nouns. First of all then, have a look at this extract from this article on Helio about exercise amongst adults who've got arthritis. I'm going to give you 2 minutes just to have a quick look through. This is only a short extract from the longer article, and I'd like you to tell me what were the most popular activities amongst adult arthritis sufferers. What are some of the benefits of doing physical activities according to the text? And according to the article, are enough US adults with arthritis physically active? Okay, so your 2 minutes starts now. Okay, so how did you get along then? So some of the most popular activities were walking, gardening, as we saw in the opening picture, and weightlifting, interestingly enough. What are some of the benefits? Well, we've got them here. Physical activity can improve physical function and reduce pain and fall risk amongst adults with arthritis. And then, according to the article, are enough US adults physically active? Well, actually, no. How do we know that not enough are? Because of the inference. Don't forget, this is one of the things we're going to be testing you on in reading part C, being able to understand the connotation of ideas. And we've got here, despite these benefits, 54.6 million US adults are generally less active than adults without arthritis. So even though it's a shame, even though there are all these benefits, what a shame not so many adults with arthritis in the US are physically active. That's the idea here. Okay, so that's the article, and then it goes on to look at a study that took place. As I say, do have a read of the whole thing. It's really interesting, and also it's very good for you just to keep updating your knowledge of medical language so that when it comes to your exam, you're ready with as much vocabulary as you possibly can have in your head. So then, okay, let's change focus now and look more at these gerunds. So we've got 3 gerunds here: walking, gardening, and weightlifting. Normally, of course, we have these as verbs. For example, people who answered the survey said that they walk a lot. Walk is a verb. They also like to garden or dig and plant flowers, and some of them go to the gym or have home gyms and lift weights. So we can use walk, garden, weight lift or lift weights as just normal verbs as part of a sentence. But here, in this sentence, you see them as gerunds. Why do you think that is? Well, if we use them as normal verbs, then where is our focus, or where are we putting all our attention? In these cases here, it's actually on the people. We're more interested in the people than what they do. The people who answered the survey said blah, blah, blah. But actually, we are, in this case, more interested in the activities that these people are doing. So when we want the verbs to take centre stage, when we want the verbs to be the main focus, so doing the activity is more important than who is doing it, then we use gerunds and we make the verbs into nouns. And we do that using the verb but in its ing form. Walk, walking, garden, gardening, weight lifting, ing. And now the verb becomes the focus. How can you spot a gerund then? So of course we have it as a verb, the ing, but there's no to be. For example, he loves walking. There's no to be. Whereas if we're using past or present continuous, we always have the verb to be next to the ing. For example, I can see him, look, he's over there. He's walking down the road towards us. He is walking down the road towards us. That's your verb to be. And we often use gerunds after a preposition. For example, a lot of people find that they feel so much better just by walking in the park for half an hour a day. After this preposition by, from, with, at, we often have gerunds, ing, and after certain verbs, such as loves. He loves walking. Okay, a little bit of practice for you then. Can you spot the gerunds in these extracts? Again, it's from the same article. I've just taken certain phrases out from it. 2 minutes to spot which ones are gerunds. Okay, have you spotted them then? Well, this first one, even though we've got an ing here, is not actually a gerund because this trend is increasing. It's present continuous to talk about what's happening now. It's not a gerund. We are more interested in the trend and what it's doing rather than just what it's doing. So the trend is more important here. Therefore, this is just a normal verb, present continuous. In these ones, however, we do have gerunds. Why? Our report provides resources to support clinicians in starting conversations with patients. So we have a preposition after the preposition. We have a verb ing, a gerund. And here we have, for example, learning self-management skills and then moving on to physical activity intervention might be the best way to start and sustain physical activity to get the desired benefits. The idea of learning and moving is more important than the people who are going to do it in this case. We are focusing on the activity rather than the patients. Of course, patients are important, but for this sentence, the actual act of learning and the actual act of moving on are the key things here. Okay, so that's a little insight into gerunds. You probably won't need to use them in your writing, and it would be very strange to use them in speaking because they are formal, but it's a good idea to know what they are and to be able to spot them in your reading. I hope that's helped you. If you do want more reading practice, then why not watch one of our other videos? Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to us. And for more information about our on-demand courses and to get a discount, take a look at the information box below. Thanks very much for watching. Take care and see you next time. By the way, if you have any questions, just drop us a comment and we'll try and answer them. See you next time. Bye bye.